Redefine your well-being with stretch and tone. Let's warm up. Feet a little wider than your hips. Arms soften alongside your body. And let's begin with rolling out the shoulders. Letting your shoulders come up to your ears, around and back. Letting your arms hang heavy, fingers softening. Taking your time, sensing into your body, rolling forward. And just inviting to be as present as you're able with movement today. And shaking it out. Soft bend of the knees, a little side to side. Rib cage rotating and unwinding. Let's go ahead and roll it down. Fruit roll up, I call this. Tuck the chin, spinal roll. Let your head hang heavy, soft bend of the knees. Roll close to your body. When you get to the place you can be, let your body hang heavy. And so without expectation, just seeing what's available in this moment, grounding your feet, rolling back up, scooping your belly in. Let your head come up last. When you reach the top, soften the shoulders, lift your chin. Take a breath, roll it out, and bring it right back down. Take your time, tuck the chin, roll close to your body, grounding through the feet. Every day's different, just seeing what's present today. And then when you're ready, you can grab your elbows if it feels good, even get a sway from side to side. Roll it back up, feet are grounded, scoop the belly. Head comes up last, lift the chin. If it feels good, roll the shoulders again. And so you're always welcome to go faster or slower than I'm offering. Let's go ahead and rotate the rib cage. Feet come close together. Rotating. See if you can keep your hips as forward as you're able. And rotating from side to side. Just sensing in again what your rib cage is feeling like without expectation of how far you should go. Seeing what's present here. Feet are grounded. Let the rib cage initiate movement. Let your head follow after. Solid through the feet, firm through the ground. Spine is stretching and rotating. Shoulders are softening. All right, let's go ahead and find a lunge. And so if you have a wall, great. If not, that's okay. Stepping with your forward foot away from the wall. We're going to, again, rotate the rib cage. So if you don't have a wall, keep your arms long. If you have a wall space, go ahead and come close to the wall. Stretch your arms long. And so as much as you're able, keeping your hips forward, let the rib cage rotate. Take your time and then swivel to your other side. So the outside leg is away from the wall and then rotating towards the wall with the rib cage. And it's okay if your head or shoulders want to lead, just as much as you're able. Rotating from the rib cage and whatever feels best on your neck. You might notice one side feels different. Take your time. And now let's do the inside leg if you have a wall closest to the wall. So rotating towards the forward leg. And so your back heel's lifted, your forward foot is firm. Connect with your breath. And then when you're ready, swivel to your other side. If you have a wall, the inside leg is close to the wall. Rotate from your rib cage, and we're using the wall as support to get a little extra anchor, a little extra firmness, and then rotating as you're able, warming up the body. All right, let's find a wide stance, toes turned out, spinal roll down. When you're ready, soft bend, tuck your chin, fruit roll up, roll it down. Sink into your thighs, get a nice bend. Ground, roll it up, let your head come up last. Beautiful, strong. Rotate the shoulders back if that feels good for you. Tuck the chin and roll it back down. Feet are firm, soft bend of the knees, sink and stretch. Ground through the feet, roll it back up. Articulating the spine, giving your shoulders lots of love. Noticing each repetition if it feels a little different. Inviting to not have expectation, but really connecting and seeing what's present today in this moment. All right, let's get to our movement. So this portion will be 11 minutes. Taking your time, coming to tabletop, we'll begin with a cat-cow, rounding your upper back and shoulders, finding an arch, tops of the feet pressing in, scooping the belly, firm through the hands, fluid and strong. And so while I'm offering forms, you're always welcome to pause the video, do a little more repetitions if you need. Child's pose, hips sink back to heels, spine stretches long. Doesn't matter if your glutes actually touch your heels, just see where you can go. Let your breath really be fluid. Let your jaw soften. When you're ready, making your way back up, flexing your toes. We're going to do what I call elevator elbows. So the forearms are firm, bringing your wrists aligned with your elbows, and then we lift the elbows up and down. The toes are flexed. We want to bring awareness to our hips as well. And so you might notice if you watch my form and then kind of get into your form that I might drop one elbow down first. And that's because I'm working on stabilization. So as much as you're able, lowering your arms in one movement together, expanding the upper back, toes are flexed, and hips are pushing out as you lower down as well. So we're lining the hips and the rib cage, we're stretching the toes, and if you type a lot, the wrists and elbows you might notice here as well, or if you play sports. So we're finding foundation here. And then when you're ready, child's pose, hips sink back to heels, arms stretch long, sinking to your space. And so just taking your time. All right, we're going to hover these knees out. Toes are flexed, arms are firm, lifting the knees up. And so we're inviting the hip crease area to soften, the core to engage, flexibility in the feet, firmness in the upper back. And so we're holding for about 8 counts. You're always welcome to go longer or shorter, or even pause the video and challenge yourself in a different way. Lowering the heels, sinking back to child's pose. This time palms up if that feels okay. Open and close your hands. Send some blood flow to your wrists. Give your body a little love with movement this way. Noticing how strong our hands work. And then let's go ahead and back to the elevator elbows. Toes are flexed, forearms are firm, lifted up and down. And so as much as you're able, try not to shift your body back or forward. It's a straight down elevator. The right and left side working as evenly as possible, knowing every day is different. So just having the intention. And also acknowledging that you're probably not going to look at the video while you're doing this, so the neck is long. You can also watch the form in the video and then go to your form. So elevator elbows up and down. And then when you're ready, walk your hands back right into hover knees. Toes are flexed, knees lift up. Let your breath be long. Tailbone to neck as straight as you're able. So the top of your head is reaching long. And then lower down, hips sink back. All right, we're going to do the knee tap with a hinge. So lifting the knees up for the hover. Lower down tap, hips back to heels. Suction, cup your hands. Pull your body forward. Right back up. Lift up. Take your time lowering down. Hips back to heels, suction, cup your hands, pull your upper back forward. Good. Hover knees 1, 2. Lower down, hips back to heels, suction, cup your hands, and pull. Use your upper back, pull forward. Hover knees 1, 2. Good. Lower down, hips back to heels, suction, cup your hands, use your upper back, pull your body forward. You got it. Keep it going super strong. Lower down, hips back. Listen to your body. Always welcome to go longer or shorter. Thread the needle. Tops of the feet press. Extend your right arm to the side. Open at your rib cage. And scoop and reach through your left side. We're going to do 3 reps here. Open. Find the foundation in your left arm. Take your time and reach through. 1 more. Open. This time when we reach through, if it feels okay, you can actually lower the side of your head down. Respect that one side might be different. If available, lift your left arm up, wrap around your back. So we're just inviting gravity here to support you, the floor. And so you can investigate and see what feels good today. And you're always welcome to change in a way that feels better in your body. All right, puppy pose. Bring your hands a couple handprints forward. Lower your chest and chin. Keep your hips nice and lifted. Let your spine lengthen and stretch. And then let's go ahead and switch sides. Thread the needle. Open your left arm up. And then reach through your right. Get a nice open upper back rib cage. If it feels good, let your chin lift. And then when you're ready, reaching all the way through, letting the side of your head come down. Letting your right arm stretch up, wrapping around your back. If that feels okay on your shoulder, you don't have to do both sides the same. So respecting your body moment by moment, day by day. And then when you're ready, making your way back up, puppy pose, extending your arms long, lowering your chest and chin. Hips stay lifted, spine stretches. Fully present with your body. All right, we're going to get into our superset here. Sphinx, airplane, and push-ups. So Sphinx pose, again, aligning the elbows and wrists as much as you're able. Tops of the feet press, finding that foundation in your upper back, and noticing how you press through your forearms, what muscles engage, maybe a little tricep here. Tops of the feet press, pull up on the kneecaps. All right, let's airplane it out. Arms come to the side. Lengthen your legs and lift. And so it doesn't matter how high you go. Reach your legs long. When you're ready, push it up. And we are going to get ready for a push-up. So stretch as long as you need. I'm giving you fair warning. We're doing push-ups here, right? It's coming up. It's our superset. So anytime you need to pause the video, shift or stretch in a different way, go for it. And when you're ready, push-ups. Let's do it. Connect your breath and body. Breathe and exhale. Keep your core tight. Nice wide arms. Breathing, exhaling, fluid and strong. So we're going to do about 10 seconds here. Encouraging form to be tight, controlled, efficient, and knowing that we're going to do 3 sets. So push yourself and pace yourself. Get it in. And then when you're ready, coming back down, right back to Sphinx. Forearms press, elbows and wrists align. Even your finger pads and palms of your hands, tops of your feet. You can kind of inch your body forward and stretch your core. Windshield wipe, fist, forehead, legs come up. And then get a little swivel if it feels good. Windshield wiping your legs from side to side. In any of these poses, again, you're welcome to pause and do longer or shorter, listening to your body. All right, let's airplane. Arms come to the side. Lengthen your legs. Lift it up. Squeeze your thighs. Reach through your toes. Even reach through your fingertips. Whole body working as a unit. Push it back up. Take whatever stretch you need. Child's pose, a little side reach might feel good. And tell your body push-ups are coming. All right, giving yourself a nice recovery here. All right, give it all you've got. When you're ready, step it back. Round 2 of push-ups. Let's do it. All right, breathing and exhaling. So if the first set you didn't super feel, like my arms are shaky working, I encourage you to see if you can go lower. See if you can hold the bottom longer. Keep your core tight and find that fatigue spot for you. And so I'm demonstrating with my knees up. You're also welcome to drop your knees. It's about the range of motion here. So get it good. And then when you're ready, we're coming back down. Windshield wipe, fist, forehead. Legs come up, bent, and then swivel side to side. So checking in with your low back, your hips, letting your arms recover. And then when you're ready, airplane, arms come to the side, thighs squeeze tight, legs reach long, chin lifts. From your toes to your fingers, whole body working. And then take your time, make your way up, stretch it back. We're on our round 3. Okay, so rest as long as you need. And I'd love you to find the stretch and tone is designed to give yourself recovery, but we still want to push that strength, right? So get to your push-ups and you know your body. Find your fatigue spot. Open your elbows wide. If your arms are shaky, then you can drop to your knees and stretch and jump back in when you're ready. Find your place of working your body to the fullest here. Push-ups down and up. Core is tight, sink it low. Whole wrap around of your arm is working. Soften the jaw. And then go ahead and stretch it back. Give yourself a little high five, a little rest and recovery. If it feels good, you can flip your palms up. Open and close your hands. Stretch your fingers. Pause if you need. We're moving on to core, chest, and triceps. This segment will be 12 minutes. If you have light weights, that's what we'll be using. I'm using 3 pounds. Maybe you'll use 5. If you don't have weights, you can use a water bottle. All right, let's start out with a single knee stretch. Bringing your right knee in towards your chest. You can let your left foot press or extend long, whatever feels best for your body. And so I call this lock it in like Legos, where your foot presses into the top of your leg for the twist, or you can lengthen your leg long and twist. And so one's not better, just different. You're welcome to try both and see what feels best for you. And then taking your time, we'll go ahead and hug both knees in and switch to your other side, getting a nice tight knee hug, single knee stretch. And then again, choice to press your foot to the top of your quad to twist. Offers a little more stability, or lengthen your leg long and twist. Respecting that one side might be different, so just seeing what this side feels like. Let yourself be supported by your floor, by your mat. And then once again, double knee stretch, hugging both knees. Gentle rock side to side. All right, opposite arm, opposite leg. Choice to grab a lightweight, palm face in. Opposite arm comes down. Lengthen your leg as you lower, and then come back up. So arm and leg reach away and return to the starting point. With your opposite arm, it's working too. From the tricep to the forearm to the fingertips, let your opposite arm there be anchored to the mat. Reach away, return to the starting point. Take your time, and then we'll go ahead and switch sides. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Reach away, return to the starting point. So it doesn't matter how low you go. Listen to your body with your shoulder, your neck, your hip flexor. Core is nice and tight. Reach away, return to the starting point. And then when you're ready, release. Windshield wipe the legs, wide stance, side to side. So letting that movement come from your hip socket there. And then if it feels good, drop your legs to the right. Choice to bring your right foot up above your left knee, if that feels okay. So always resting where you need to rest. It's not about doing the most, it's about checking in with your body. So when you're ready, switching sides. It's a wide stance with the knees dropping to the left. And then choice to lift the left foot up, placing above the right knee. And so finding that medium place where you can be. All right, let's go ahead and grab those light weights. Once again, opposite arm, opposite leg reach. Noticing if the second set feels different. Inviting anchoring through your core. Reaching, lengthening. Palm is faced inward there, if that feels good for you. Back of the head is pressed. And then when you're ready, switching sides. Opposite arm, opposite leg. So invitation here to soften your jaw and let your breath be fluid. You might even let your body go to the cadence of your breath. So when you notice your inhale lower, on your exhale return, just an option. Connecting breath with body. And then when you're ready, releasing. Broken bridge, legs come wide, knees come inward. Noticing what that inward rotation feels like on your hips. And again, you're welcome to pause at any time you need. Dead bugs coming up, both legs come up 90 degrees, toes are flexed, hands press into the tops of your legs press into your hands. And find that resistance. So inviting the core to engage and noticing how you press your hands, even noting your upper back and your arms. And then double knee hug into the chest, gently rocking side to side. All right, let's go ahead and grab our weights again for a chest press. And if it feels okay, heels are down, toes lift up, the knees are squeezing together. Open your arms wide. As you straighten your arms up, see if you can bring your weights or your water bottles, whatever you have, to the middle of your chest. And we're doing a moderate to fast tempo here. Arms open wide and push. Moderate to fast and controlled. Choice to bring both legs up, toes are flexed, and continue that tempo. So we're doing high repetition. After all those push-ups, high repetition here with the light weights. Core is engaged. And then choice to drop your heels and chest fly. Toes lift up if that feels okay. So open the arms wide, squeeze the chest when the hands connect. Open wide and squeeze the chest. Core is engaged. Nice, fast yet controlled tempo. When you're ready, lift the legs up 90 degrees. And you can play around. If I'm offering something that doesn't feel best for your body, like flexed or pointed, you might try both and see what feels best in your body today. So I'm offering flex toes here. We want to invite the core to work as the chest moves. Go ahead and release. All right, double knee hug. Softly rock side to side. Connecting breath and body, sinking to your mat space. All right, if it feels good, go ahead and drop your legs to one side, noticing how the knees together might feel different than the single knee stretch. Noticing what feels best for your neck if you look to the right or left, or keeping it neutral. When you're ready, switching to the other side, knees are close together. And then just letting your legs drop any form that feels best for you today. When you're ready, coming back to center, lowering your legs, grabbing the light weights, and we're setting up for triceps. Static hold, palms face in, shoulders anchor down. Bring your arms back 45 degrees. And then just at the elbow, bend so the upper back is stable. And we want to find that spot. It's going to be different on everyone where you can really feel the back of your arm engage. And so that's why we do the static hold. When you're ready, bend and extend. 8 to 10 reps here. So keeping the elbows as still as you can and finding that squeeze, that angle where you can really squeeze and sense into the backs of the arms. When you're ready, lift the legs up if that's available and continue with the extensions. Elbows are super still. Let your arms drop, elbows stable, and squeeze, stretch, reach. Toes are flexed if that feels okay, to keep the core tight, to say no thank you for the hip flexors. And then when you're ready, taking a reset. Let's do a figure 4 stretch. Right over left knee. Arms can come to a letter T. If it feels good, drop to your left side. So it's a figure 4 with a twist. Again, noticing which direction feels best for your neck. If you keep it neutral, if you look right or left. And then when you're ready, making your way back to center, switching sides, left over right, figure 4. And then dropping to your right side if that's available. Softening muscles that don't need to engage. Hips, glutes, neck, shoulders. When you're ready, making your way back to center. Let's do another set of triceps. Go ahead and grab your light weights, anchor your shoulders, bring your arms back 45 degrees. Choice to bring the legs up 90 degrees or keep them on the ground. Toes are flexed. Let's do it. Bend and extend. 8 to 10 reps. Elbows are stable, backs of the arms engaging, squeeze, stretch, reach. Noticing one side might work a little more, that's okay. Do your best. Sensing the backs of your arms. When you're ready, choice to add the legs drop as the arms drop. If that feels okay on your body. So try it, and then always listen to what feels best for you. Go for it. Dropping up, dropping up, dropping up. And then when you're ready, release. Let the weights go. And let's do a butterfly. Let the knees come open, soles of the feet come together, palms face up. Taking a moment to soften your muscles. Be supported by your mat, by your floor. Connect your breath with your body. And then for a side stretch, rolling to your side, letting your top leg come over bent 90 degrees. So if you're mirroring me, it might be your right leg. Your bottom leg bends back 90 degrees for cat's tail. If available, reaching towards your bottom leg. So you can kind of reach towards your toes, the top of your foot. And then if it feels good to straighten your top leg, choice to do that. All right, break dance. Go ahead and switch sides. So if you're mirroring me, your top leg might come forward, your left leg. Bottom leg bends 90 degrees. Circle your top arm around, maybe reaching towards your foot. So you also have the choice to bend your leg without reaching, and then choice to straighten your top leg. So finding that medium place. And then when you're ready, unwinding, making your way to child's pose, lengthening your spine, and then flexing your toes, lifting your hips to downward dog. Pedal your feet out one by one by one. Firm through your hands, hips lift, heels don't have to touch. Just see if you can kind of find some pedaling and stretching through your feet. And then shifting to plank, lifting right back up downward dog. Take your time, toes are stretching, core is engaging, upper body, plank to downward dog. You're welcome to stretch longer in the downward dog. Find your forward and back movement here. Plank to downward dog. All right, very good. Our next segment is biceps, hamstrings, and glutes, and it will be 8 minutes. We'll start with a kneeling lunge. So if you're mirroring me, the right leg is forward. And we're going to go for 24 reps, 8, 8, 8. Full range of motion here with a bicep curl all the way down, all the way up. So squeezing the weights. And so this is like what I call secret sore. So the forward leg is working, prepping for our hamstrings and glutes. So it's not just hanging out here, halfway down. So halfway down and up with a bicep pump. Right leg is nice and supported. Getting that fatigue set in. And then all the way down, halfway up. So it's our 24 reps, 8, 8, and 8. Hello, biceps. We love you. Let's work it. Good. And so it doesn't have to be shaky shake. It could just be, I feel you working. Good job. All right, we're keeping the right leg forward. This is a superset here. And so finding this nice deep stretch, it's like a runner's lunge. If it feels okay, let your back foot come up. Walk your hands forward. Turn your right foot out. And find a forward and back glide. So we're stretching our back hip flexor. and we're telling our forward leg, you're stretching and toning. So we can do both at the same time. Stretch and tone. When you're ready, we're going to do a static hold. We're going to hold here for 8 counts, hands to shoulders, arms up. So you might feel both legs working. The back leg should be stretching, the hip flexor, the quad. The forward leg, press through your heel. Hello glute, hello hamstring. All right, so the forward leg, still nice and anchored. We're going to glide it forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. If you need to rest and stretch, jump back in when you're ready. Keep that glide going. It should be like, why is stretching feeling so much? Because it's work. All right, forward leg. This is our last part, glute kick. So it's the right leg still, all the right leg. Come on down to your forearms, get a little more angle there. 16 reps, down and up. Right leg, down and up. Glute kick. So find your range of motion here. We want 16 good reps. The forearms press, the core is engaging. Drop your knee, kick it up. Hello, glutes and hamstrings, we love you. Core is engaged, down and up, you've got it. Forearms are firm, breath is fluid. Beautiful, strong, flex your toes, lift your hips up, downward dog, lengthen your spine. Let your heels drop. All right, stretch as long as you need to. And then when you're ready, we'll switch sides. If you're mirroring me, left leg is forward. We're doing our kneeling lunge with the bicep curl. Palms are open, 24 reps, 8, 8, and 8. Let's do it. Full range of motion here. Elbows kiss your waist, all the way down, all the way up. Keep it going. Keep your left leg super anchored. And then we're doing halfway up, 8. Good, keep it going. 6. 4 more. Beautiful, strong. 2 more, you got it. And then all the way up, halfway down. Squeeze those biceps. 8, 7, squeeze it tight. Make it shaky, shaky, burn, burn. Couple more. And reset. Yes, let those weights go. So we're keeping the left leg, the anchoring working. So the left leg is forward, the right leg is back in a runner's lunge. And you can hold it there or lift your back leg up, walk your hands forward, turn your left foot out, and find your glide. So the smaller the better. Just like we did the halfways on the biceps, with the leg here, a small glide works a lot. So just find a really tiny glide. And then when you're ready, static hold. Go ahead and bring it on up. The back leg, hip flexor stretching. The forward leg, we want the glutes, the hamstrings. So press through your heel. Shift your body any way you need to really connect with your forward leg, glute, and hamstring. Foot is firm. Go ahead and bring it back down. And we're going to glide it out again. Walk your hands forward, turn out your forward foot. Find your glide. You can even use your back leg to kind of rock your heel, but still let the forward leg do the work there. Anchoring, stretching, and toning. All right, it's our superset here. So the leg that was forward is the leg that kicks. If you were mirroring me, it's your left leg. 16 counts. Let's do it. Forearms firm. Drop it and up. Drop it and up. You've got it. Find your tempo. Find your tempo. Range of motion. Down and up, down and up. Glutes, hamstrings, core. And the arms are still giving you lots of love and stability, working for you here. Dropping up, dropping up. You've got it. 16 reps here. So you might go faster or slower than me. All good. Flex your toes. Lift your hips up, downward dog. Lengthen your spine. Good. See what your body is feeling now after that movement. And then shift to plank, back to downward dog. Take your time. Down to plank. Hips lift up, downward dog. Hands are firm. Press through your thumb, your pointer finger. Foundation in the hands, hinging with the hips there. All right. When you're ready, we are doing a plank. It's a minute-long plank. So if it feels good, I like to clasp my hands together and create this triangle position. If you have a better plank, do you. And go ahead and lift your knees up. I'm offering the feet close together, but again, find where you might feel your core working the most. And once you find your spot, connect with your breath. Let your jaw soften. Let your waist expand with your breath. Let your rib cage expand. So your breath's filling up your whole center. And then exhale all the breath out before you take more breath back in. So breath and body. Forearms are firm. I like to offer a little glide here. So glide with your heels forward and back. Think of like if your abs had a zipper from your belly button to below your chest, you're zipping up your abs. So with a glide, zip it up, zip it up. When you're ready, alternating leg lifts one at a time. Keeping this plank position. Stretch through your toes when you lift one leg up, not too high. Reach long, one and one, one and one. If you need to rest, go ahead and drop and jump back in when you're ready. Good. Let's finish it strong here. Feet come down. Find the spot in your body where you feel the core. And then when you're ready, stretch it out, child's pose. Got it. Let's go ahead and windshield wipe the legs. Come to your belly, fist, fist, forehead. Windshield wipe side to side. Rest and stretch as long as you need to. If it feels good, turn your head to one side, palms flip up. Let your back soften, your neck. And you're welcome to stay here as long as you need. If you want, try switching to your other side, just to get a little on both there. Softening your upper back, your shoulders. Our next segment is hips, inner thighs, and quads, and it's 13 minutes long. All right, so take your time. Go ahead and make your way up, flexing your toes, downward dog. Bring your feet close together. Lift your right leg up, bend your knee, open your hip. So giving yourself a little hip prep stretch here. And then when you're ready, switching to your other side, left leg up, bend your knee, open your hip. Hello, hip. We're ready to work our hips. All right. So if you have a weight, fantastic. Tennis ball works too. We're going to do hip circles here. So bring your leg up, bent, and then start to circle at your hip. Circle at your hip. So I like the weight or the tennis ball to just give the body a little like no cheating zone. And go ahead and reverse the other direction. Circling the hip socket. My weight's a 3-pound weight. We're not doing strengthy strength. We're doing sculpty tone. So just a little lightweight or a tennis ball. It's about range of motion and turning on the muscles here. Good. Range of motion, hip socket, outer hip, stability, upper back. Reverse the other direction. Circling around and around and around. Beautiful, strong, inside out working. Go ahead and release that. Flex your toes, lift your hips up, lengthen your spine. All right, let's get into it. When you're ready, lifting your right leg up, extend long, and we're going to do side tap. So this is actually pretty, for me, challenging on the core. So nice, firm through the upper body. And here, it does not matter, again, how far you side tap. It's about checking in with what's available in your body today. Your left leg is working with stability, your right leg range of motion. Go ahead and extend to the side. We're cartwheeling the arm down with a side bend. This is like a gate pose with a stretch, and then slide to the right. So the left leg that's kneeling is working with stability, and we're doing range of motion, stretching with your extended leg there. So side to side, and again, it doesn't matter if you touch the floor. If you have yoga block, you can use that. If you're not reaching to the floor, just let your arms hang heavy. So it does not have to touch. It can glide and stretch. We are opening the hips, stabilizing. All right, take your time, and let's switch sides. Extend your left leg back, side tap and back. And so if you think of like a clock, if you're going from like 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock, It doesn't have to, it could be just 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. You don't have to go all the way 90 degrees or beyond. It's just checking in with what's going on today, hips. What do you got for me? Let's do it. All right, gate pose. Go ahead and bring it on up, and then find that glide and slide, bend and reach, and then switching to your other side. Where's your stability coming from? From your left foot pressing and from your right hip with the kneeling here. So it's like a bookend. So noticing how one side of your body is stabilizing, one side is stretching, and the more foundation you have with your left foot firmly pressing, the more you can anchor and reach. So we want grounding so we can fly. So ground your foot, fly with your hands, and then go ahead and reset. Take your time, bringing your knees to center, and we're going right back to that gate pose, this time adding a stretch back, one push-up. So one hinge and stretch, and one push-up. And so it's a yoga push-up with the elbows more inward. If that feels okay, you can elbow bend. And then use the palms of your hands to really press your hips back there. And so you're welcome to go faster, slower, or different. We're going to go ahead and cartwheel down, lift the right leg up. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Elbow and knee in. Elbow and knee in. Good. Hip, core, waist. Yep, elbow and knee in. Hello, hips. One is stabilizing, one is range of motion. Reach it in. And then go ahead and lower back down. Find your gate pose. And then we'll go ahead and switch to the other side. So the gate pose is legs extended, arms walk down and forward. Stretch your hips back, suction, cup your hands, pull forward, and push up. Push away, suction, cup your hands, pull forward, one push up. You got it. Lengthen your spine. We're giving some love and opening, stretching to our hips and inner thighs. Pull forward, push up, stretch it back. Good. Take your time making your way up. Cartwheel down. The left leg lifts up long. Elbow in, knee in when you're ready for the hip work. In and out, in and out. You've got it. In and out. Find that stability and strength and movement. In and out. In and out. You've got it. Beautiful, strong. Lowering back to your gate pose. Walking it back. Awesome. Okay, let's extend the legs forward, and then figure 4, if you're mirroring me, your right leg crosses over, and then go ahead and bring it up as much as you're able and give a little rock here. So if you've done the whole video, sometimes you might choose to do it in segments. You might notice, how does figure 4 feel different in seated versus on your back? So you can play around with what feels best for you, and I hope you'll do some of these stretches on your own. And so let's go ahead and lower the foot down, cross over for a spine twist. So you can cross your right leg over your left leg, or you can keep to the inside and then twist to the right. So sitting bones are anchored, rotating at your rib cage. And then when you're ready, extending and switch sides. Figure 4 left over right. If it feels good, bring it back. And then find yourself a little windshield wipe, side to side. All right, so taking your time. Notice your upper body's working still. And then when you're ready, lowering down, crossing over. And if the crossover is not available, so crossing the left over the right, you can keep your foot to the inside of your right leg. And then find your twist. Rotating at your rib cage there. Beautiful, strong. Get a nice reach there. So both legs are forward. Legs don't have to be straight. You can take a micro bend. And then as you're able, reach your arms forward and open up. So you get a nice reach, open up. And let's find a side bend, reaching to the right. It's okay if your hip comes up a little bit. So just finding some fluidity here. Find an anchor, find a reach. You might even come to your forearm and kind of play around with it, letting your hip come up here. Find an anchor, find a reach. Just inviting movement and fluidity as you're able. If you find a spot, you're like, oh, let me stretch longer, go for it. Butterfly, soles of the feet press. Let your knees kind of fan open, checking in with how your inner thighs are feeling. And then when you're ready, extend the right leg long, flex your foot or point, whatever feels best. And we're going down and up for 8. Soft bend of the elbows, find support through your arms. And it's not cheating to press through your left foot. And let's go ahead and switch sides. Arms are firm, up and down for 8. Good. Soften the shoulders, arms are firm, core is tight. Play around with it. You can press through your right foot there. A couple more. And then let's go ahead and switch. You can continue the first exercise, or you can lift your hips up and a bridge. And again, play around if your foot is flexed or pointed, what feels best in your body today. Good. Do your best, working inside out. Go ahead and switch, hug and stretch as long as you need to. And then when you're ready, arms back. You can stay in the seated or lift your hips up in the backwards bridge. Working our quads, our core, and still sneaking in on a little triceps and upper body here. All good. Beautiful, strong. If you like a rounded hug, hug your knees in a tight little ball. All right, and noticing where you felt your body the most. So you can do either or the balance with the arms up and continue with our quad up and up and up and up. Tops of the legs working. Good. And then hugging and switching. Sitting bones, hello. Arms are reaching. Up and up and up. Pull up on your kneecap. Hello, quad. Reaching your arms long. Beautiful, strong. All right, let's butterfly the legs. Give yourself whatever stretching feels good for you. And then lifting both legs up. Boat pose, holding, lowering all the way down. And reset. Okay, reach it, stretch it. What you're going to do, this is like a half moon on the ground. Walk your feet to the right, walk your hands. Giving your spine a nice stretch, and then walking back to center, walking to your left side, half moon, walking your hands. It can be a quarter moon too, just whatever range of motion you have today. And then walking your feet back to center, and then butterfly the legs out, soles of the feet press, arms soften. So we're finding our inner thighs here, opening the knees, bringing the legs up. And give yourself a happy clappy feet. I just like to play around a little bit here. Hello, thighs. We're here for you. Okay, opening and closing. So like a book, opening and closing. Inside of the feet can press here. The hips allow this to happen, but I want you to squeeze the inner thighs with this open and close here. The more you press the inside of the feet, you find stability. Now we open wide in a V and close. So the knees stay bent. And then extend. So open and close. Happy feet. V to butterfly. V to butterfly. Good. And then close and hug. Take your time hugging your right leg straight as much as you're able. And I think of like a kickstand here. So let your arm come to a kickstand and flex and point. And notice when you flex and point, what direction you make. How you stretch, what muscles work by how you move your foot. When you're ready, switch sides, hug your left leg at your calf or ankle. Use your arm strength to give a little tug, and then kickstand your left arm so that your leg can be supported and flex and point. I know it sounds silly, but working the feet works the legs. So don't underestimate the foot portion of flexing and pointing. It will help the whole leg stretch and tone. Beautiful. All right, hugging your knees in. Back to our happy feet, butterfly, reach to straight. So froggy legs, straight and bend, and straight and bend. Find the way you press through the inside of your feet and how much you open at your thighs. You can play around with the pressure to see where you can work your legs the most. All right, let's V it open. Open and close. Open and close. And so here, you can also take a soft bend to your knees if that feels better. And play around if your toes are flexed or pointed, if you feel your thighs more. Use your feet to make your legs work. All right, we're circling around and lowering the legs, reaching the spine, circling the wrists and the ankles, checking in with the body from head to toe. So when you're ready, hugging the right knee in, and then straightening so you can find support through your left foot. We're going to do one bend and one straighten. Take your time so you can always go faster or slower than I'm offering. Bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. Good. Lowering down, switching sides, hugging your left knee, softening your shoulders. And always being kind, particularly to the joints, the kneecap. So don't bend too much if it doesn't feel good. But find the pressure that works for you to get into your stretch. If you want to hold one spot a little longer, go for it. Bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. All right. When you're ready, hugging your right leg straight. Choice to extend your left leg long. Use your arm strength to find your stretch. And then gently, without lifting your hip, bring your right leg towards your left side, finding maybe like a behind the knee stretch there. And then opening again to the side kickstand, inner thigh stretch. And so you can play around if your left leg is bent or straight. Really let your leg be supported by your kickstand arm. And then when you're ready, switching, hugging your left leg. Choice to extend your right leg long or keep the sole of your foot pressed. Use your arm strength to find that dynamic stretching. And the dynamic stretching really does tone the legs nicely too. And then whatever range of motion feels best, kickstanding to the side. And noticing how one side might feel different. So you might stretch a little longer, a little different. Crossing your leg one way or the other. Noticing what your body needs here. All right, so lowering your legs down. If a broken bridge feels good, you can let your knees come inward. Reaching your arms overhead, the right arm overhead in a cactus, up and down a few times. Noticing your scapula, your shoulder, and then if it feels good, cross your right arm to your left side. You can use your left hand to encourage a deeper stretch. Very gently. And then switching to your left arm, half a cactus, bending 90 degrees, up and down. Rotating forward and back. Just play around with how your body might want to move, noticing how different one side might be. If you carry your bag on one side, for example, and then crossing over for a shoulder stretch. Left crosses to the right side. You can use your right hand to give a little extra gentle tug. Very gentle. And then lowering down, extending your legs. And take a couple breaths. I love legs up the wall. If you have a wall space. If you like your legs extended, go for that. The legs up the wall, the gravity, you can do inner thigh stretch, froggy stretch, legs straight. So just find a place where you can settle. An invitation to just take a moment to scan your body from your forehead, your face, your jaw, middle back, low back, hips, hamstrings, quads, calves. And just invite your body to melt into your space here. And so I invite you to spend a minute or two with non-movement, noticing your breath in your body. Each inhale, each exhale. And you might even imagine sending your breath anywhere in your body that could use a little extra love, kindness, healing, warmth, soothing. Thank you for stretching and toning today.